when this comes up, you'll see what kind of shows. The Saturday Supercade folks had Pitfall, Donkey Kong, a Frogger cartoon where Frogger wore a turtleneck. Frogger wore a turtle. That makes no. Mario's in this, but you know he's that Mario that kind of. The girl from Spanish Harlem. Yes, shout out. You know what? Can I tell the story?
Fire away.
All right. So before we get back to his music, I told you I met him on some weird circumstance. Shout outs to Lisa. Because if it wasn't for my good friend Lisa, who said to me, "Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get my boyfriend to stop by and meet you." I was like, she was like, "And let me just let you know, he is definitely amazing." And I'm like, "Okay, Lisa, I'll see you later." And I'm like, how many people tell me all the time, "Yeah, first, I'm definitely amazing." I didn't know Charles Hamilton was gonna walk through the door. Then he walks through the door and I say, "Why does this guy look like Charles Hamilton?" That's the moment I had. And I wasn't gonna ask you nothing about you being Charles Hamilton because I was like, I'm wrong. I'm gonna ask this guy. He's probably been asked that before, and he's gonna be like, "Look, I don't like that dude. I'm not that dude. I don't even know who this dude is." I didn't want you. I didn't even know how your voice is gonna sound. I thought you were gonna sound like some rough dude. Like I don't know how Lisa like him. So I thought you was gonna be some rough dude talking about, "Yo, what up? Lisa's old friend. Better just be a friend." I'm like, I didn't know what was going on now. Then you were all cool, and I'm like, "Oh, this guy's cool." And then she's like, "Charles Hamilton." I'm like, you see how I looked up at him? I'm like, "Are you Charles Hamilton?" This is his response. Once again, proving that the man doesn't like fanfare, but he's a cool guy. He was like, "Yeah, I'm Charles Hamilton." "Yeah, I'm Charles Hamilton." That's like me saying, "Yeah, I'm Rand, definitely amazing, man." Just doesn't work like that. But anyway, people, back to you.
Check this out. I'm about to fuck it down.
How?
Did you know that Space Ghost had a video game?
I did not know that Space Ghost had a video game.
On Atari.
Here's the question: was Space Ghost's video game actually good though?
Never played it.
Because Space Ghost, you know what Space Ghost is good to me? People hate this. Space Ghost fans hate me when I say this. Space Ghost was good when he had his talk show, Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That's the only time I like Space Ghost.
Space Ghost was the man.
Space Ghost had a couple of powers, his wristbands. See, we can go on. We might have to have you back on the show. I don't know. So yeah, like I said, we're back. We're back from break. Let's go into the next one. It's so fitting because Smash Bros. Is being played behind us. Let's go into the Legend of Zelda cartoon. Yeah, Legend of Zelda, the animated series, which a lot of Zelda fans hate because he doesn't have blonde hair. Whatever. This is a freaking great show. I don't care what nobody said. And my favorite line ever. Anything. And the Boblins, they were the easiest things to beat. Here it goes. Excuse me, princess. Excuse me, princess. Oh man. Love Zelda. We're going to one more cartoon. We're going to talk about some cereal. Captain and the Game Master. I'm pretty sure if you grew up in the 80s, you watched Captain and the Game.
I have to turn this off. Kind of getting me.
Oh man. Here's the thing. I think Donkey Kong is the only cartoon character in history to be featured in 4 to 5 shows. Because he was featured in Game Master. As we just found out, he got his own cartoon in '83. He was featured in Donkey Kong Jr. in '84. And also he had Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, first of all, am I saying it right? Is it the Abracadabra project? Is that what it's called?
Abracadabra is the name of the project, and the duo is myself and Chris Young. We go by the name of Third Eye Magic.
so far, and I mean I've given it 2 or 3 listens, back and forth. So far, I am like astounded because number one, like I said, this was like I dig Charleston. I'm talking to him like he's not here. I dig your music. So now I'm listening to this new stuff and I'm like, and I'm catching stuff and I'm like, oh, did you even hear that? Like, there was stuff you said on a lot of these tracks. We'll get into it on Lyricist Chronicles, but there's stuff you said on a lot of these tracks that was like, it would have went over people's head that they were just listening to the beat.
Well, I mean, I only had one verse on the project, so a lot of the lyrical credit goes to Chris Young. Chris Young is a strong lyricist from San Diego, very special guy, and I try to magnify the intensity of an artist when I produce for them. So when he listened to my beats, he knew what to do with them. And I just wanted, the only thing I wanted him to do was to give all of the intensity and the rage, love, if it's hate, the hate, give it all to Satan. You know what I mean? Like, because it exists is more than a game of combat. That's all I asked for from him. And he obliged, and you know, we ended up actually bonding very heavily, and he drove me to the Sega offices. And we had a long chat with Sega. They were familiar with me, and I was.
I mean, if they weren't familiar with you, if I'm not mistaken, there are several mixtape covers that has their money making machine.
Well, I mean, Sonic is a little more than a money making machine. I mean, see, I'm in the mainstream again. I can't do it.
Look,
I can't do it.
We'll have the time to do what you want to do, but there is something we need to get back to doing. That's eating some more cereal. Ain't talking about some more cartoons. This man Random Man.
I thought you were gonna leave me
No, I'm
hanging.
not. Random Man doesn't leave anybody hanging. People leave me hanging all the goddamn.